Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Erica and I'm so glad that you are here for today's video because it is time for another crafty tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I turn these plain candles into some super cool spooky candles. Alright y'all, so for this craft you're only going to need a handful of supplies, including a piece of cardstock, some tape, some white tissue paper, a heat gun, some wax paper, and some white pillar candles. You could use any type of candle. I would recommend using white or a super light color, otherwise your image is not going to show up. And I'm also going to be using my regular office printer along with my laptop to print off my images. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So what I'm going to do first is lay down my cardstock, and then I'm going to take a piece of tissue paper and I'm going to put the glossy side down on the paper so that the matte side of the tissue paper, the side that feels, more just like normal paper, it's not glossy, facing up. Because we're going to be printing on it, and I feel like if the glossy part is facing up, there's a chance that your ink might get smudged or messed up. All right, so first we're going to cut out our tissue paper, and I'm cutting it just over the edge of our cardstock so that I can fold it over and tape it down and make it super secure to be printed on. Okay, so I'm just going to fold that tissue paper right over the edge of our cardstock, and I'm just going to tape it down. All right, so now I have my tissue paper taped onto my cardstock, and again, the matte papery side is facing up. So I'm gonna go ahead and load this into my printer, and then we're gonna print off our first image. Okay, so I got all of these images off of Canva, and I downloaded them so that I can just print them off right from my computer. Okay, so here is our first image. It came out great. So I'm just going to untape this from our cardstock, and we are just going to repeat that process until I have all of my images printed out. All right, here is our second one. All right, last one. So here is our last design. So now we are ready to cut out all of our images and put them on our candles. All right, so here is our first design. So I'm just going to cut out our images. And you don't have to like cut perfectly up to the lines, but you do want to get, as close as you can all the way around it. And obviously be careful because it is tissue paper and it can rip super easily. Okay, so there is our first design. All right, y'all, now for the fun and magical part, we get to put our images on our candles. Now for this part, I do recommend that you grab some like heat resistant gloves or an oven mitt, even like a towel, something to cover your hand, because you are going to be holding the candle while you are using your heat gun pointed at your hand. So you obviously don't want to burn your hand while doing that. So definitely recommend having something to protect your hand with. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is put your image with the ink side facing down on the candle, and then you're just going to wrap your wax paper around that design, kind of pressing down tightly like so. Okay, and then we are going to take our heat gun and we're just going to heat this up until it kind of starts looking shiny and like wet under there. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it on camera. Okay, so did you see how it got kind of glossy and wet? And basically you're just going to want to keep going until you see like that tissue paper seam, like the edge of our design, kind of disappear and fade into the wax paper, okay? So then you're going to carefully remove the wax paper because your candle is still very hot from that heat gun. And are you ready for the magic part? look at that. That design is perfectly on there. You can't even tell there was tissue paper other than the little piece down here, which I'll show you how to fix right now. So I'm just gonna put my wax paper down flat on my desk here, and I'm just gonna kind of press down on my tissue paper, and then I'm gonna heat up that edge just a little bit, and then I'm just gonna press down on my wax paper so we have like a nice flat edge there. Now look how awesome this candle looks so far. So now we are gonna do the other side because I want this candle to look like, you know, like two skeleton hands are holding it. All right, and our first candle is done. Look how cool that looks. All right, so moving right along to our next one. I cannot get over how cool this is. All right, y'all, and for the last candle, we're doing this really cool like Halloween pattern that I also found on Canva. I have never tried like a full pattern candle before. Like normally I cut really close to the edges, so I'm really curious to see how this one will turn out because obviously we're not going to be trimming around every little thing. I'm just going to wrap the whole thing and we'll see how it turns out. So I think first I'm just going to kind of trim it down so it's a little bit easier to work with. So I need to see where I need to trim it. All right, I'm kind of excited to see how this one turns out. Hopefully it does. If not, then I got 4 other really cool candles. Ah, look how cool. I just need to like flatten out that little edge there. It came out perfect. You can like actually barely tell where the seam was because I got it almost lined up perfectly, but not quite. But that's okay. Ugh, it is so cute. Look how cool all of these candles are. I think they came out so amazing and I am so happy with them. I think these are gonna look so good with all of my witchy apothecary decor downstairs. It matches it so well, but you could obviously pick whatever pictures match your decor. I definitely recommend trying this craft out for yourself for sure. All right, you guys, well, that is it. That's where I'm gonna leave you guys today. As always, I hope you enjoyed today's video as much as I did. If you did like it, please let me know by giving me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop a comment down below. I would love to hear what you guys think. And if you're watching this video but you're not already subscribed to my channel, then make sure you click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on my future videos. I would greatly appreciate the follow. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.